day nice. I go fiki, I go rewind. Say I make a greedy DJ, I'm on feel nice.
It's Ebony JB and I'm back with another video, and today we are reacting to Wizkid's Made in Lagos. Now, me being, the Nigerian that I am, I'm very, very, very happy that this album is out because it's been a while. It's been, how many years? I think like 3 years since Wizkid's last body of work, because he did Sounds from the Other Side in 2017. It's been a long time. And now he's come back with Made in Lagos, a 14-track album. I am so excited that nobody understands. Like, this is a really big deal for me because Wizkid is my favorite like Nigerian artist. Like, he's definitely up there. He's Starboy. He's #1. So it's just great to have a whole body of work from him, especially in the light of everything that's been happening politically in Nigeria. It's been a very trying time. So it's just great to get this creativity and this this I know it's going to be great music. It's uplifting, definitely. If you are a creative, if you're a singer like Wizkid, rapper, whatever, producer, dancer, actress, graphic designer, if you're any form of creative and you have work that you want to be shown off, send it to jbsradar@gmail.com. Send it to that email down below, because there's a monthly episode that I do called JB's Radar where I talk about, discuss and show off 2 creatives, and you could be one of the 2 that I choose if you send your work to that email down below. If I choose you and if you're willing to pay the small fee, then before you know it, I'm discussing your work, showing it off on my channel and telling everybody to check you out. So don't hesitate. Hey, I'm excited.
I know say them go play on my downfall. I'm see that we never.
He said they're gonna pray on my downfall. I will never pray on your downfall. What I am gonna do is I'm gonna take that back.
I know say them go play on my downfall.
What?
I see that we
What?
A banjo, never. I got a reason, I got so much to give. Shower them blessings, now my cup's running over.
What is this? What is the instrumental doing? It's evolving. What is this? Let's just add it to the playlist.
Cup's running over. I know they give a man more than what he deserves. Cause they see they buy the hungry, they feed them. I'm man nature. Melody sweet, but you know, say man so G'd up. That's why the girls, they follow the leader. Got so many blessings. Yes, stop and make a movie, no man take my shot.
Yes, stop, boy. What is going on? There was a little trumpet that came in there. There's like some kind of like keys, but they sound like raindrops the way that they're falling. I can't do it. It's like, but it's like the way it's falling, the way it's hitting, it sounds like raindrops.
Do anything only for my family. I got the thing to make your body go the lonely.
I down for what?
One way now then go play on my banjo.
Now that I'm deeping it, the keys that are going, it sounds like another tune. Oh, what tune is that? It's an old like R&B kind of hip hop tune. I'm in love with Reckless. That is an extravagant start to Made in Lagos. I am absolutely so pumped for the rest of this album. That was beautiful, and I'm just excited to see Ginger with Burna Boy next, because Burna Boy delivered a strong album this year himself. He's featuring with Wizkid, the Starboy here, 2 African giants, 2 very prevalent people in the Afrobeat culture. So I'm very excited to move on to number 2.
Make a love, make a rub, make a touch upon it, make a rubber man. Till I go to fine wine, it's sweet when you wine it. Me, I don't feel leave when you wine it. As long as we go live, this talk to you daylight. Before you run, go the shot, you make you think twice. If I smoke, you don't put my bum on love. Got ginger, give me the
This is so sweet.
For day nights, I go fiki, I go rewind. Say I make a greedy bitch, I'm on feel nice. Say my bad.
such a sweet tune. Burna Boy was an excellent contribution to that track. His what he added was just right. It was just, again, Burna Boy has such a sweet way of being so melodic. So, you know, he was a perfect contribution. And I know I criticized his most recent, you know, album in my reaction to it. It was never anything where I didn't enjoy the album. I still rated it in my eyes quite high. And I still thoroughly enjoyed it. In terms of how wholesome the album was, I felt like it could be a little bit more wholesome, a little bit more together in terms of the sound that it was going for. Bodies of work did do that, you know what I mean? Previous bodies of work from Burna Boy was so wholesome and complete. And I felt like this one that he just released could have been a bit more complete, a bit more wholesome. But with a few listens, I can't lie, that album did get a lot stronger in my eyes. But it's just really good to see these two prevalent people in the scene working together and creating beautiful music.
Yeah, she too sweet. I said, what's good? She told me you'll see. Said she living life like a movie. I said,
whoa, imagine if she got confidence, you know. He said, what's good? Like, you know, like, how you doing? What you saying? What's good? She's like, you'll see. That chick she's the one.
Sweet. I said, what's good? She told me you'll see. No lies, man, I'm telling you the truth. Everything mad when I pull up with the goons. So rock boys.
Wine, say that perfect wine.
Oh, this is a vibe. If clubs were open and things like that, and if people were, you know, going to functions and raves and whatever, this would be such a good vibe.
No. She say, bad man, you make me feel so fine. Fine. Oh my hope, baby, balance it. Oh my hope, baby, wine it.
Long Time has definitely got the JB stamp of approval. It went to the playlist straight away. It's very good.
Yeah, the way you did do me, mama can make it dance, wine. Yeah, the way you did do me, yeah, dance. Yeah, and I miss you, young couple. Baby, mental. All the things you do with yourself, you dey boss mama. Mama can make it dance. See, I didn't find you true. Really make me want to chase up on you, say my girl all night. Yeah. Can make it dance. Say I did find you truly. Yeah, give me mighty wine. Mama can make it dance. Say I did find you truly. Yeah, give me mighty wine.
Ooh, it's just the that thing is in love. You know when you hear sax and that sax sounds like it's in love. Like I don't know how to explain it, but it sounds like it's in love. It's making love. It's having the time of its life. Loving. It's just love. It's just loved up. That's when it just sounds so sweet. Yes.
Ease
your stress. Come on. Wizkid, man, this is just sweet, intoxicating music. It's just, how can you not love this? Moving on to Blessed with Damian Marley. This is brilliant. We're getting two sides. You know, me being Caribbean, Jamaican, and Nigerian myself, both of my sides are appeased right now, you know. You know, the Caribbean side, the African side, I'm seeing Damian Marley, the youngest of the legend Bob Marley. This already sounds dangerous. The sax sounds like it's in love. Listen to it, guys. It's in love.
I'm at the rock around the edges, baby, yes. I keep it happy and I do what make me happy, and nobody can deny me that I'm blessed.
Okay, it's going to the playlist. Oh, this is so good.
Preservation, self-elevation, these days they deserve celebration, relegation.
Yeah.
Let's celebrate life.
Yeah.
Take back and take five.
Come
and
on.
give thanks to the source that create life.
Yeah.
To see us, that's why every day I give it 100, not have a 90. Praise the Almighty, the Father Almighty.
Yeah.
feeling blessed.
Oh, I'm feeling blessed.
I tell you all these things I don't see truly. See my eyes don't see. Before my life come be. Say many try to freshen, fit on to pressure. I don't see where pressure make man record. So make you live your life with just.
I'm the rock around the edges, baby, yes.
Yes.
I keep it happy.
Blessed is a tune. It's a tune and a half. What can I say? I was ecstatic to hear Damien with Wizkid just there, and they were just both so complimentary of each other. This is actually giving me more of a reggae vibe than ironically Blessed, which had the Marley guy on the Marley guy, which had Damian Marley on there. So it's actually quite just ironic, basically.
I would do anything for my love, yeah. I would do anything for love. We could do this all night, not because it feel right. Saying English will make it look easy. I have everything, they believe me. Everybody beating up the flames just to live with my love, yeah.
It is a very good vibey track. It's romantic. It's got this slow down kind of beat to it, which you can just listen to it and envision all the sweetness and the love and romance that Wizkid is trying to picture or put in a picture for you. So it's a very just calmed, cool down track. Oh, that. It reminded me a bit of a freaking, what do you call it? A Brent Faiyaz track just there, the way it started. It reminded me of I bet you say the same damn things. And niggas been talking about a pretty brown frame. You know that song? Go check out Brent Faiyaz. Yeah, it sounded a bit like an R&B track.
Sweet, sweet energy.
It's going to the playlist.
Come close to your fine wine,
Wizkid's been receiving some great wine of recently, because we got long time talking about wine. We got Mighty Wine. We got, I think even Ginger might have mentioned wine. Reckless, I'm pretty sure mentioned wine. Wizkid, he's been getting the wine of his life. Who's been whining on Wizkid?
You're lonely, oh, I dey wonder if I did your mind. Me fall you control and mix it up, I'm like potion, yeah. And I ain't never ever gonna leave. For my bed, play do like Rocky. Used to go round after round, no lie. Yeah. Come and get it, baby, get it, please, yeah. Jump on me tonight. I need your body long, I need your body for a long time.
Piece of Me is a beautiful track. LMA was a great contribution to the track, and I've said before I'm not the biggest fan of her, and her recent single the other day, I didn't feel like it was the strongest kind of thing she's released, but this feature right here was very, very good. She just did it so well. This track is a vibe. It really accommodated her as well, because it had that kind of R&B undertone in it, but of course the Afro beat was inevitably and ultimately there, of course, but it was fused so nicely with this kind of R&B / even kind of Latin sounding a bit, because the way the strings is plucked gives it a tiny bit of a Latin vibe. But again, the tune is reminiscent of an R&B track for me.
I got the pretty lady with no no stress.
I just realized this is No Stress. No Stress came out before as a single, so I've heard with No Stress. Very different, and I like that.
Listen up, I'm on. At the end of the day, this is true. Now me and you go there at the sun go on. Now me and you go there till the sun come up. Inside she control me. Your love give me something I want.
For me, it's like, ooh, your love gives me warm. It's like, ooh, it's a sweetness. It's a different kind of melodic approach. Slow, sensual kind of vibe to it. Like babies can be conceived to this track.
Come from, shift the tongue, sit down on the thing well long.
Okay.
Love it when you wind up.
I ain't had no breakfast, so I just hopped straight into this. So let's just go.
Ain't nobody talk about our love tonight, yeah. The things that I wish tonight, yeah. And I wanna know if you wanna know, yeah. Whoa, 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 yeah. I've been into your love in the pop, 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 pop. Yeah, go pop. She tell me when you leave, come back. She said nobody make her move like that. She said she want it from the night to yeah. I've been into your love in the pop, 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 pop. Yeah, go pop, 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 pop.
Sweet One was a vibe. It was a vibe. I don't know what else you want me to say. This guy's not missed. Who is that?
I tried to teach you, but I need some lessons.
She's got a beautiful voice where it sounds, it's got that Afro, you know, tone in there, but then she sounds a little bit like Lauryn Hill. She's like an Afro kind of, like an Africanized Lauryn Hill.
I need to get better. I try to live, but I can't. You feel my body.
Oh, this is a beautiful track. This track is, what is this? This is going straight to the playlist. Essence is a beautiful track. Her voice, I've researched it. Her name is Thames. Thames, you are amazing. Your voice is got this subtle richness. You remind me of another legendary kind of voice, Lauryn Hill, but your own is brilliant. You're just this track right here. Oh.
Only you feel my body. All you need, give you all you need, give you all you, give me all you need. Every touch you need, give you all, make I give you.
Such a harmony between them. She's like, gave you all I need, gave you all I need, and then Wizkid is like, I'm gonna give you all you need, and then it's just, you know what I mean? It just makes sense. If they did a music video, I bet there would be a lot of harmony and chemistry there, because there's a lot of chemistry and harmony in this song. Essence is definitely one of my favorites so far. I think it's definitely top 3.
You don't need no other body.
Essence is top 3. Essence is top 2, and it's not 2. Do you know what I mean? Like, Essence is amazing. Wizkid has just got this class in this whole album. This album is just so classy. It's so classy. And I'm just looking at the album cover as well. And the album cover is so classy as well, you know? Like, he just, if you look at it, like, he's just in these nice slacks, all nude out, you know, just looking really graceful, looking, you know, like he's just classy. And you got a bit of the bling there, a bit of the, you know, bust down. But inevitably, he just looks at peace, lost in the music. This album, you can definitely see Wizkid is at this point of creative maturity where everything that he's making, it just makes sense.
Hey, you know, sometimes the magic you be something like do re mi fa so la ti do.
Yeah.
Make her feel, make her touch, make her play, make her sing, make you whine and do. She go dance the whole way.
Yeah.
I'm only jam my sweet loving.
Yeah.
She go give me sweet loving.
Yeah. Like Roma, again, another vibe, another one where he's just feeling the music and the music is feeling him.
London. Yeah, I know that they let the fire burn. Me and my people let the thing they burn. Say we gonna how they run my race. I they cool my mind. Yeah, she drinking race drive tonight. Yeah, I got my tin lit tonight.
Ooh.
Yeah, we don't get worries tonight. Say we know they bother tonight.
What is he? He's creating some serious baby making tracks, you know. This one is another like kind of sensual.
Yeah, baby steady cool down, Jerry. Yeah, we don't go make come fight, but we good tonight. Whoa, say tonight we dey gyrate. Yeah. Come make me gyrate. Yeah. When you call it, I will come straight.
Gyrate is a vibe. What can I say? It's brilliant. Loved it.
Say you don't believe matter what man face. So many things in my eyes don't face. And I never worry about what the next man say.
Yeah.
Waste time, brother, no time, yeah. Money on my mind, me never waste time, yeah. Mama, oh my. These days, run my race. Run my race. Steady all day, my lane. Days, yeah. Got a bad bitch with a one go away, yeah. Plenty stress if he make man grace. And many things that we forget to no pay. Run my race. Say that these guys, say we want no stress with it, then.
Okay, Grace, a nice ending. Really sounding like a very good closure track, especially when he's saying, you know, they don't run my race, you know, whatever. Again, we kind of start with him talking about him being in his own lane and reckless. And, you know, people are wishing the worst on him, but he doesn't care. And we have then Grace kind of tying that message to a close, saying, again, just reiterating the idea of being in his own lane, being focused, and just zoned out and enjoying life. 14 tracks, didn't feel like it was too much, didn't feel repetitive. Overarching statement for this whole album is definitely, I just really feel like in this album, Wizkid has taken like his creativity to a whole new level. That's literally the only statement I can think of, in the sense that his creativity in this album was so neat, so to like the last to the finite like sounds, you could tell that so much focus and so much attention was paid to this album and to every song in the album. Wizkid and his team, his producers, his engineers who works with him really worked with him in a very good way. They understood him fully here and allowed him to really flourish the way he wanted to flourish in this album. Because if you actually look at it, like Superstar was such a brilliant debut for Wizkid. He came in with that youthful energy, full of so much high charge and so much adrenaline. Then we get to Ayo. Again, we have him with the energy and the youthfulness, but addressing the roots even more now. Even more, he's going deeper into the Afrobeat sound. And then sounds from the other side, we have him again merging and blending different vibes with the African sound, and therefore having many international artists. And then we have Made in Lagos, him just seeming very creative in terms of creativity. He seemed very mature, knowing exactly what he wants. The sound is so refined. I talk about, you know, my criteria, did it make creative sense? Yes. I'm talking about how refined his sound was. Of course it makes creative sense, because every single song, I got just exactly the right vibe. I knew what he was trying to do with it. Nothing left me confused when I was listening to it. Everything sounded so beautiful in my ears. Sonically, I was very pleased with this album. It made a lot of creative sense. And I feel like something about that constant saxophone that's in love, that was just coming through in so many different songs all the way to the end. It's like that saxophone, it's like, imagine you were just following this saxophone on a journey to Africa. Sax running throughout the album. There's something there. I feel like there was a reason why that was done, because it was so prevalent, but so subtle and so effective. So creative sense, I definitely feel like it was brilliant, and it was really underpinned by just brilliant production and that saxophone. Then we're gonna go on to how many boom tracks. I added every single song to the playlist. 14 tracks. Not one track for me was a miss. So that's something. My highlights though were Blessed, Reckless, Essence. Oh, Essences. I'm about to play Essence. And Piece of Me with LMA was actually a really good track as well, and Ginger with Burner and Long Time. Those were like a few highlights for me, but I loved every single track, you know what I mean? Doing very well. And then the last criteria I have is, did it take me on a journey? And yes, I did. I feel like it definitely started with a lot more energy at the beginning and it cooled off towards the end, getting a bit more romantic, getting a bit more in the feels. I've enjoyed this album a lot. It's definitely going to go in like the albums I've enjoyed a lot this year. Wizkid's Made in Lagos is definitely in that list. Therefore, it's going to get a high rating. It's going to get an 8.5. Very strong for me. And it's getting an 8.5 simply because I'm being stingy, not because I don't think it's 9 material. I think it is 9 material. But I'm just being stingy with my 9s. It's basically 8.5 to 9. It's very good. Like, it's great. You know what I mean? I'm not giving it a 10, but it's great. Thank you guys for watching. That is my reaction and review to Wizkid's Made in Lagos. If you like this reaction and review, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to smash the subscribe button down below and leave a comment down below of your thoughts. I'll see you guys all next time.